the mask came off when he slapped my man. I think that was the mask came
That,
off.
you think that was Philly? Philly
Yeah,
came
yeah.
out of it.
I think that was the mask came off because there were little
Right.
things before that where he had roughed a few people up. Because
very
I'm an
scary.
insecure person, no one rates me, but then I find this wounded person
And they
that
would.
says, "You're the man." So
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I need more of this. You're boosting my ego. No one's ever said things about me.
Convinced you to marry me. That you felt I was the right person for you. Consider you.
I was desperate, man. No.
I'm a real disciple, walking in a life full. Never backing down when the fight pulls. Hands in the air, reaching for revival. Kingdom on my back, I'm a real disciple.
Okay, so this is Real Disciple. I want to welcome a very special guest today. We missed you last time. And so my wife, beautiful wife, Francis, how you doing?
Very well. Thank you for having me back on this podcast. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Try and hide me away. But
No. You wasn't well.
No, last week I was
Come
not
on,
well.
tell the truth. Shame the devil.
I was not. I was supposed to be in the last podcast, but I was not feeling well. But I'm much better. A lot of people in my church family were praying for me, my husband. So I'm much better. So pray for the Lord.
So we're back on what has a lot of people have been asking us about answering relationship questions.
Yeah.
And so we did a podcast with
Audrey
and Jimmy.
Yeah.
And we were speaking about like pre-dating and dating and those type of questions.
Yeah.
So we were going to have another couple, but unfortunately they're not well today. So I don't know what's going through the church.
Epidemic going on.
And
Flu.
so
I don't know what's
something's
going
happening.
on. Yeah.
But so we're gonna do this.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about while you're dating and before you get engaged.
Okay.
And so we're gonna go through these questions. So we're just gonna bullet these questions. This podcast will probably be about an hour, maybe under an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So let me dive straight into this one.
Super
and
excited.
Let me see what we've got here. And so first question is about faith and spiritual alignment.
Yeah.
And so how can I tell if someone is truly committed to following Jesus in every area of their life? What would you say to that?
How would I know if someone? I feel you know them by their fruit.
Yeah.
You see, the Bible says you test and you know people by their fruit. So I feel if you know if someone's truly aligned with knowing your belief, you just know by their actions.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, that's all. I don't know. What would you add to that?
I think that, I think if you go into dating, most people go into dating in the world to have fun, to socialize. This is the highlight. Like if you're not dating, you're a weirdo. There's something wrong with you. Yeah. So people are desperate to date. Yeah. But as a Christian, we go into dating with our eyes open. Yeah. And we're not just trying to recreate these romantic experiences all the time, this high. Yeah. We're actually going in to get to know you and to see whether we're compatible. So the question is like, how can I tell if someone is truly committed to following Jesus in every area of their life? I would say first thing is pray about that. Yeah. Go in with your eyes open. So I would be asking questions, going in intentional, bracing myself that, let me go in with my eyes open. And you, as I said, you know them by their fruit. Most definitely. I think that's a wonderful prayer. Yeah. I think most people are deceived because they have a wrong mindset. And this may be a bit harsh in some people. Mm-hmm. They want to be deceived. They want to be deceived because it's easier to be deceived and... want to be deceived. Yeah, because it's a false sense of security. Yeah. Everything is fine. You can see something. Everything is fine. Yeah. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah. You can see little things. No, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. It's like people that never want to go on the scale. They don't want to weigh themselves. That's deep. They are deceiving themselves. They don't want the truth. That's true. Okay, next question. I'll give it to you. Okay. Question 2. From your experience, what are more important spiritual belief and practice we should share before marriage? What are the most... Well, I think it's what you believe about Jesus. Yeah. Or the next person, who he is. Yeah. And to you, yeah. Yeah, just who is Jesus to you? Yeah. A lot of people go to church, but they don't follow Jesus. A lot of people go to church, you think, is because
they grew up in church, so they know, but they don't have a real relationship with Christ. So they go church. What is your true belief? What do you truly believe about Jesus?
So to me, there's so many things we could talk about.
Yeah,
but I think
deep. It is a deep
at
one.
the essence, who is Christ to them?
Yeah.
And
that will make you wonder if you want to marry that person. If they don't know Christ, but you still like them, you want to be with them, would you go forward? For me, no, it's a no for me.
Yeah, I would be like, no, I need you. For me, I need you to know Christ.
100%.
Other people, I don't know what they're dealing with.
Yeah.
You know, I let them work that bad boy out.
Yeah.
For me,
you need to know.
I need not to be unequally yoked.
Yeah.
You need to know about Christ and who he is to you, and he's your Lord and he's your savior. And
Amen.
then we can build from everything from there.
Amen. Yeah,
and
I agree.
That kind of makes you have to think about, do you know him? Because some Christians, they themselves, they don't know any doctrine.
No, so they can be deceived.
Yeah, so it's like you can't recognize someone you don't know. If I don't know a person, how would I point them out to you?
Yeah.
So you may have to pull back and say, let me get to know this person.
Very true. Okay, question 3?
Yeah, go for it. I'll read it. Do you want me to read it?
Go for it.
How do you know if a couple is spiritually helping each other to grow rather than holding each other back? Are you growing in your sanctification?
Mm-hmm.
Are you growing in your moving away from worldliness to spirituality? Are you growing in your affections for Christ and his church? Are you growing in your prayer life and your reading of the word?
Yeah.
Are you growing in your revelation? And like you said, are you growing
in love,
in your Christ likeness of love, patience, kindness?
Yeah.
Held back? Are you
pulling out?
Are you pulling out of things?
Yeah.
Do you have to give up commitments to
For
God?
that partner,
Are you giving up ministries? Are you pulling out of things?
Yeah.
Are now the spiritual things that God placed in your hand, you start to act like, oh, it's too much. I'm too stressed. It's too much. I can't handle this anymore. Well, what you once could handle. Are you returning back to past things that you once gave up? Are you compromising in areas where you once said this is wrong?
Exactly.
All of this is a bad sign.
That's a bad sign.
You're not growing, and
yeah.
the person is holding you back.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so let me read 4.
4, go for it.
What are the signs that someone's character can be trusted for a lifetime?
That's a deep question. How would you know for a lifetime? I think there's no one knows anything for a lifetime. My true faith is in Jesus. Jesus is a lifetime.
Jesus is the only one you can fully know for a
trust.
lifetime.
Anyone, man will fail you. Man will fail you, but God will never fail you. Yeah. That's my philosophy in life. Yeah. So how do I know? But then you know them by their character, and you trust God is going to give you guidance. You have people that can help you, give you advice. Do they love Jesus? How do they love people? How do they treat others?
Have you seen them manifest? Because basically what we're saying is, can I trust you for a lifetime? Yeah. Can I see that you can be trusted?
Yeah.
Well, have they exhibited trustworthy behavior?
Yeah.
We are called to love everybody, and we are called to give everyone an opportunity to show us trustworthiness.
Yeah.
But we're not called to trust everybody.
No.
The Bible says, test the spirits. Are they able to do the right thing when it's hard?
Yeah.
Are they faithful when it comes to things in life?
Yeah.
Have they been able to resist temptation? Have they been able to go through difficult things in life?
How is their character tested?
And so I think faithfulness, you're looking for people that are faithful, that they're able to continue doing the right thing even when it's hard. They can continue to do the right thing when no one's looking. They can continue to do the right thing when they're not going to get much out of it. They will continue to do the right thing when actually they're going to lose. But they'll do the right thing because it's right.
That's right. And that's good, because it goes flow through for the next question, which it says, how important is it to see how a person handles conflict, stress, or disappointment before marrying them? So it kind of like goes with what you're saying, really.
Yeah, I think it's good. It's
how they handle it.
Yeah, you should be observing how someone is handling this stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will date somebody and then they're going through conflict or something situation, and the person behaves badly.
Yeah,
so the person is behaving badly, so the person stops coming church. The person starts to become aggressive towards other people. The person lashes out, loses their temper. And so when you say to the person who's dating this person, you say, this is them revealing who they are. They'll be like, oh, no. It's they're going through some things.
No, that's
they're going through something. Yeah. Well, that's what life is.
Yeah.
Life is never fully easy. Stress. Life is stressful. Disappointment. You will disappoint them.
Yeah.
Something about you is going to disappoint them.
100%.
Something about marriage is going to be disappointing. We all go into marriage with expectations.
Yes.
Some people go into marriage expectations. We're going to get married, then we're going to buy this house, then we're going to have this many kids, then we're going to go into this ministry, then we're going to, and you may not experience those things. You may still not have that house. You can get married and the person can lose their job. You can get married and the person gets sick. You can get married and you find that you can't have children. You can get married and realize that ministry doesn't work. So when you have these disappointments, does it destroy your marriage? Because you can't process disappointments.
Yeah.
So it's almost like it's become something destroying your marriage.
Yeah. It could destroy your marriage. So you saw that while you dated, but you ignored it.
Correct.
And then you went forward and you thought, oh, well, when you get married, it's never. No, you're going to find disappointment in marriage.
You're going to disappoint them
100%.
in yourself. What does real humility and forgiveness look like in marriage, and how can I spot it before engagement? There it is.
I spot it. Gosh, humility?
What does real humility and forgiveness look like?
How they forgive others that hurt them, or they've been let down by that person. How do they respond to that? I will say, on a personal note, when I got married to my husband, and I told Courtney, it was only prior 2 years that I only met my dad, and and he walked me down the aisle. They're like, right, you made your dad walk me down, because I forgave him. It was a very painful thing, not growing up with my father, but when I've met Jesus and what God has done for me, I've got to stretch out my hand to my dad. He's not perfect. Is he a perfect dad? No. But I just wanted to show him that Jesus loves me so I can love you. How do they handle that? I don't know. I think that's what you need to look at. It's very important, because you're going to disappoint them. How they're going to treat you. Will they be able to forgive you quickly, or they're just going to give you the silent treatment in the house? Because it's going to be very... Do you know what I mean? I don't know. How would you answer that?
I think real humility is putting others first.
Yeah.
Are they able to put others first? Do you see them putting others first?
Yeah.
I've seen people, sorry to cut you, but it just came in my mind. I've seen people come into a church.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say ours or any other church, but I've just seen this.
Yeah.
People come into a church.
Yeah.
And they build a friendship with people, and then they fall out.
Yeah.
And they won't forgive them. And then they go through the church 6 months to a year, and then they build another friendship with a new set of people, and then they fall out with those people.
They keep on doing
and
that,
they keep doing that, and then someone sees them in church and thinks, oh, they'll be a great spouse. And then you marry them, and then you realize that every little thing you do, they won't forget.
Yeah.
You saw it.
Yeah, you saw it.
So when we're talking about how do you see real things, look at their life now. Look at how they treat others.
Exactly.
And like you said, look at how they treat their family. So a lot of what we're talking about is that you've got to be looking at these things. Maybe even having a conversation about it.
Yeah.
Okay. 7. How do you know if your life goals and priorities are truly aligned with the person you are dating? I would just say you just got to have discussions and talk about these things. And also not just what they say, what are they doing?
Yeah.
Look at what they're doing.
Yeah.
You are going to have to orientate yourself around this because.
What do you mean?
Meaning the person you marry, once you married them, you're married to them.
Yeah.
And if you find out later on they don't have the same goals as you, you're just going to have to work that out. Yeah, you and Jesus are going to have to work that out.
Fast and pray.
Yeah, because they might, like we were talking in the car, they might want to live in a mansion. You don't mind living in a barn.
Yeah.
That may never change.
True.
That may never change, man. And you will frustrate yourself trying to change somebody.
Because you're very driven. Someone very more driven than the other.
Yeah, most likely, most people are not going to marry someone that's exactly the same as them.
True.
So you're going to have to work with that.
Yeah.
Some people are, and you could be the power couple of the world.
Yeah.
But other people, there's going to be some differences. And I think the best thing is if you're someone who says, no, this is very important to me, then say it now.
Yeah.
This is very important to me. This is what I want to do. This is where I'm going.
Right.
This is a non-negotiable for me. Is how do you feel about this?
Right.
And if that person is not really into it, then keep it moving.
Or are you just willing to accept
but if you don't, but if you don't put those things out in the beginning and then you get married, you're gonna have to process things because you can't just be like, well, this person is not helping me in this area, so you know what? I'm going to destroy the marriage. I'm going to destroy them. I'm going to undermine them.
You never discussed it. You never let them know your expectations. You should have been able to discuss these kind of thing and not just constantly look through the lens of puppy dogs, like throughout your dating. And then when it comes to real issues, you never discussed it.
Yeah.
And that's why you weren't aligning.
I think as well, you are going to do the best you can now, but also put in your mind you're still going to have to settle for some things because no two people are alike.
Yeah, that's true.
And so you just got to work with that and set your mind that, you know what, let's be like Christ. Okay, 8, from your marriage experiences, why is agreement on money, work and responsibility so important? I think it's similar to what we've said. Most arguments, they say, a lot of arguments are about money.
Yeah.
And the person you marry is going to be fully connected to your financial security and abilities sometimes. If you're fortunate enough that you can earn so much that really what your spouse does doesn't matter, then that's fine. But most people are not going to have that.
What should I look for to know if you are you're on the same page about family, children, and boundaries with relations?
Well, the first thing you got to discuss it. You've got to discuss these things. You have to mention these things. You have to mention
your boundaries.
What are the boundaries?
Yeah.
Are you going to be someone who wants family to come around every weekend?
Yeah.
Are you going to be someone who
you want to constantly come on, let's go over there, let's go to my mum's or let's go to my dad's, and constantly drag your spouse there, and the other spouse is probably like, no, I don't want that every weekend.
Yeah.
How do you discuss that? For me, especially having two different backgrounds as well, being if not everyone's going to come from the same background, so your family life and culture can be different. Yeah, it could be different. Me being Nigerian, you being Jamaican Irish, we both different. But in our family, it's everybody has to come all the time. So I had to set that boundary from the get-go. In our marriage, because I know I didn't want my family to impose all the time, because they could do, but I didn't. I wasn't. I think I didn't allow it, but I just wanted to set that boundary from the get-go. This is our family. Yeah, I'll go and see my mum, I see my family, see my brothers, I see my cousins, whatever. But you're not going to now everyone just be blowing through my house 24/7. I didn't want that.
Yeah, I guess probably because we both grew up in London. We're both, we have different ethnic origins, but we're probably on the same page culturally.
Yeah, 100%.
We're born in London. We've lived in South London most of our life. We're both very similar.
Yeah.
I have seen different cultures where, some, it's almost like the mum is the center of the marriage, where the husband or the wife is expected to
bow down to that.
Yeah, just make the mum the center of the marriage and concede to the mum and all of these things. And so you really do need to have that discussion now. If you have it now, you may feel, oh no, I feel that their family's imposing, or I feel that, this is going on, but I'll mention it after we get married.
No. You've got to discuss it now. I was strong in what I stand for. Being Nigerian, and most Nigerian people that will listen to this podcast will know how Nigerian culture is. It's very honor culture, very respectful culture. And sometimes they could be overreaching. That's how I feel. I had to say, no, I'm protecting you from this. I'm protecting my husband because they're not going to dictate how they want my marriage to be like. I always will honor my father. I always will honor my mother. But no, once I left, it's me and you now. It's not me and you and all the aunties and uncles and everybody.
Well, we know of people, again, I'm not saying our church to any church, but we know of people that, and they were both, they were both from an African ethnic origin.
Yeah.
You
got it there.
Yeah, they're both African, different African countries, but both African.
And it affected their marriage.
And one, every minute there was aunts and uncles and people coming over and living with them.
Yeah.
And the other spouse was like, I didn't sign up for this. Yeah. And it tore their marriage apart. Yeah. It literally tore their marriage apart because of those things.
Divorce, which is sad.
I do think the other thing is sometimes there are some people who are too isolated. They're too like family can do nothing, and you can never see your family, and they never want you to go there. And why are you going around to see your family? And why do you talk to your family?
Right.
Why are you talking to your this? And why doesn't And so I think that is also that's a bit odd. Yeah. So I think sometimes when it comes to this, look, if
we've never had that
dating
problem.
somebody and you're not on the same page with some of these boundaries that are being set, get external advice, get a third party, someone who loves God, loves you, and get, because someone could say to you, I think you're overreacting to this. The mum came around the house to see the baby. You're overreacting. Yeah, why are they here? Why are they bothering us? Why don't look? That's her grandchild. Okay, how can I tell if someone is emotionally healthy and ready for the commitment of marriage? How can I tell that someone is emotionally
healthy? How did you tell I was emotionally ready?
I'm not sure if you still are. No, you're ahead of the game. You're ahead of the game, Francis. Okay, so I would say this comes back to kind of like what I preached on emotional maturity.
Yeah, church, the series, yeah.
And so to me, I think that you're looking for emotional health in the person. Okay, so it's a deep subject, and I'm not saying I've mastered it. I think there's three things that we could pick out. I think one would be to be emotionally mature. Is this person able to be self-aware of their own emotions?
Yeah.
Are they self-aware of their own emotions?
Right.
And what I mean by that is when they're going through certain emotions, are they able to be aware that they're going through those emotions?
Second point.
The second point would be, are they able to articulate
how they
their
feel.
Emotions?
Yeah.
So then the person could say, you know what? I feel a bit jealous. I know it's ridiculous. I know that you're here with me and this is what you want. And, it's not like you've given me any signs that you want that person or you want to go back to that person.
Right.
But I feel a bit jealous. It was an uncomfortable situation. Everything was going well. And I feel a bit jealous and I feel a bit uncomfortable. So I'm just processing this. So not only are you healthy emotionally to analyze how you feel,
you're able to communicate.
You're able to actually articulate how you feel.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is you're able to control your emotions a bit, meaning you're able to not lash out, not overly get things, but manage them and bring yourself back.
Yeah.
And so you've identified how you feel, and you've communicated how you feel, and you've controlled the situation, and then things regulate back down, and then you move on and you have a great time the rest of the day. That is someone who is emotionally healthy. The opposite of that.
What's the third?
Is something that was the third one was controlling.
Oh, controlling.
Yeah. Sorry, so that really is someone, I would say, that's emotionally healthy, and that took me a while to learn that. What are the signs that a relationship is a safe place for honesty, vulnerability, and being your true self?
I felt that straight away when I was with you. You always will be, we always say, feel open to speak and talk your truth. You always will give me that full room to do that. So I was always my authentic self with you, always from the get-go, and be vulnerable. Sometimes it's hard. Like, people don't like to be vulnerable, but it's good to be vulnerable with the person that you're with, so they know who you
I think
truly are.
The Bible says that Adam and Eve, they were naked and unashamed. So if you're wearing a mask and you feel that that person's in love with a mask,
then that's gonna be,
that mask cannot last.
It will fall off.
It will fall off.
It'll be phantom.
And it'll be really. It's like the thing, I saw something the other day where they were talking about Will Smith, and he said he's been wearing a mask all his life, and Will Smith is the mask. Like, because obviously he's from Philly. And so Philly's a rough area. Right. And, he's tried to be this happy-go-lucky type of
but that's not his
person.
Real,
but that's not his real thing. Oh. But I think this is me I don't know enough about, Will Smith and his wife and the kids and all of that. So what I'm saying is very shallow information about him. My limited perspective.
Yeah, what we read about, isn't it? We don't know.
Well, I don't even read about it. I've only just seen a few little things. Read. So
entanglement,
so to me, it's a thing of now it's almost like he's trying to reinvent himself. Now he's like, I think that was the mask came off when he slapped my man. I think that was the mask came off.
You think that was Philly? Philly came out of it.
I think that was the mask came off, because there were little things before that where he had roughed a few people up before that, and I think that is the mask coming off. And I do think that you've got to be your real self, because the mask will come off, man. Yeah, well, then you're gonna expose when it comes off in marriage, it's very, very painful. Yeah, very embarrassing.
That's true.
It will come out. That really is, like we said, the real you one day will turn up.
It will show
That's
up.
what we see with Will Smith and what was the guy's name he slapped? Chris
Rock.
Yeah,
which was very, very terrible. But
then he's sitting there swearing, get my wife's name out of your mouth and all of this stuff.
Madness.
And so this is the stuff that if someone's in church and you date them and they get married, and then we heard it's like you was wearing a mask.
Yeah, no. I've never been that to you. You've never been that to me, and I think because you've always been say what you're saying, how you feel. As I said, I've always looked up to you, so I feel if I'm going to say something, I'm going to get the truth out of you. You're going to just tell me how it is, and you've always been that straight shooter from the get-go. Whether you like it or not. I may not like it at first, and then I'll be like thinking about it, I pray about it, like, do you know what, you're right. And so that's what it is. You've got to be able to be vulnerable and be your true self in a marriage.
I would say this as well in this question. Let's say you're dating somebody and there's something about them that is stopping you from being your true self. This is not like you. Usually you're very open, you're very transparent, but this person you find it very hard to be with.
Is that a red flag, would you say?
I would say there's something going on here. I would listen to yourself. I think too many times people ignore things. I remember the book Blink by Malcolm Gladwell, and he spoke about this woman. She saw this sculpture and she knew straight away it was fake, but she didn't know why. And he goes into all these things as scientific. But I do believe that there are things that people see. They go around someone and they think, no, something's not right here.
And they just ignore it.
But they ignore it.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes you got to listen to yourself and draw back. Now, what we're saying is if you're not willing to be open in any environment, then it's probably you.
That's something to do with you.
But if you're pretty much quite an open person and you're able to share things about yourself,
and then you get with this person,
you don't feel that, but they tick other boxes. He could be attractive. He could be financially in a good position. He could have a nice car. He could even have charm. Like he's a charming guy. You know, he's got a good personality. But something about you is like, I would listen to that for a bit. I would pull back a bit. I would pray. If you're a Christian, I would seek some advice. I would think that, because I think what people should be doing is, this is why you've got to live clean.
Yeah.
Sexually clean before you get entangled. Let's go back to that word. Entangled with somebody.
Yeah.
Because once you start to become intimate with somebody sexually, you've started to mingle your soul with them.
Yeah.
You've mixed something with them. And now to pull away
is
very hard.
Yeah.
There's something about it. And it's clouding your judgment now. You are pulled in because of emotions and chemicals and all of this arousal. Your mind's in a different state. You're not seeing things clearly anymore. And so you just start to open yourself up and give everything and just release everything and tell this person everything that's ever happened to you. But I think when you date someone, what you should be doing is you give them a little bit and you see how they respond to that.
Yeah.
And then they give you a little bit. And we're getting to know each other. I give you a little bit more.
Very good.
And then you show me you're faithful with that. And you give me a bit more. And we grow like that. And through this consistent trust and openness,
more and more to that person.
Able to open up more and more.
Yeah.
And that's what builds confidence.
And that's healthy.
Confidence is what you gain through consistency.
Yeah.
If anyone who's confident in something, usually they've done it consistently. If you want confidence, learn to do things consistently.
Yeah.
Anyone you see that gets on a mic or does something, or they didn't just do it then.
No, they've been doing it.
Yeah. Usually that's not confidence. It's bravado. Confidence is, I'm confident how this is going to play out because I've done it for so long. So
yeah, that's good. Be your authentic self. Be able to speak to your truth to the person you're with.
What are we on now?
We're on about 12.
Okay. How should a couple handle disagreement before marriage so that they are prepared for married life?
You answered something like that before, but
How should they handle disagreement? How should a couple handle disagreement? Well,
I can give you how we've handled
go
disagreement.
For it.
I would say, for me, I've never wanted to speak straight away. I've always been able to hold back and not speak out of emotions. Speak out of truth. I try. I don't know if you can testify to that, because I feel if you speak straight away, sometimes you're speaking out of anger. And you may be saying something right, but you may come out very disrespectful. And I never want to disrespect you. So I've always been able to say, no, Francis, regulate yourself, hold up back, then go back and say, this is what I felt I didn't like, or maybe what I felt we could have done. I think that's what's helped us, I would say, in our marriage. Everyone is different, but that's how I've always dealt with it.
Yeah, I think there's wisdom on not jumping on something straight away.
Yeah.
You know, you can pour more fuel on the fire.
Yeah, no. Like somebody be like, no, can you just give me a second, give me a minute? And I go, no, we're going to discuss it right now.
Then
how do you deal with that situation?
I would hope that the other person would be mature enough to pull back.
Yeah.
But if they won't, then all you can do is say, okay, let me listen to you.
Okay.
You listen to them and say, repeat back to them what you think they've said.
Mm-hmm.
So this makes you listen. So let's say I'm saying to you something and you say, no, we're going to deal with this now.
Mm-hmm.
So then I say, okay, go for it, Francis, you speak.
Mm-hmm.
So then I listen to you speak,
mm-hmm.
and I have to listen deeply to what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would come back to you and say, okay, so what you're saying is this.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Is this where you disagree? Because sometimes when people are in emotion, there could be multiple things that are going on.
Yeah.
But when you explain something back to somebody, they may see it in a different light.
True.
And they may become a little bit more cognizant.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always work because some people are unreasonable. Yeah. But you come back to them and say, so, and without sarcasm and without judgment and without any type of, attitude on it, you're saying, so if I've got this correct, mm-hmm. what you're upset about is this. Is that correct?
Mm. And
then you can say to the person, so how do we resolve this? How do we resolve this? Or what should we have done? Or what would you like me to do?
Yeah.
If someone's just shouting and screaming and screaming and shouting, it gets to a point where we're like, look, I've got to bounce.
Yeah.
I've got to bounce. And if they restrain you, then that is more than a red flag. That's an on fire flag.
Yeah.
That's a flag on fire.
That is burning furnace.
Yeah, that's Guy Fawkes night. That's finished, man. That's Communist Party red flag. That's China. That's everything. That's the biggest flag you could ever see. Yeah, anyone gets aggressive, violent, puts a hand on you,
I think
you need to call the police.
Yeah. I think no one should restrain anyone. If someone says they should, I don't want to speak right now.
And they grab you and make you no.
I can't. I don't want to be fooled. And that's what I'm saying. You've never obviously
that will show something.
It's not
something drastically wrong inside this person that they are unable to process this. Something in them has not grown since they was a child. Yeah, that's what you see children do.
Yeah, no, let's talk now.
Two children. They won a red fire truck.
Right.
One grabs it, the other one doesn't get it. Grab it. Hits them on the head with it. You're like, Tommy, don't do that. That's basically, there's a part of them
that hasn't developed
in their emotions and in their character that is grossly immature. Yeah. Like grossly juvenile. Yeah. And you are opening yourself up for a world of hurt. No, and unless God comes in and does a miracle, I don't want that. You're gonna, even if that, you're probably gonna have to walk through this for years. Yeah, and it's not
to get better.
If you're in it right now and you're like, my days, there's no hope for me. No, there's hope. 100%. But it's hard. If you want big muscles, you got to lift big weights.
Yeah, you just have to work with that. You've got to have to work with that. But yeah, I just don't think anyone should be in that space. You should be able to speak and say, I really don't want to speak right now. And everyone should be able to respect that and say, let's come back when we both calm down and speak. And that's why we've never shouted. I've never shouted. I don't like raising my voice. I'm not a shouter. I've never been that kind of, I'll never like that with my siblings. I'm not going to be that with my husband. So I've always been a person that tries to calm situations down.
In your view, what does real lasting love look like beyond feelings and attraction?
Me, majority.
Is character.
Character, yeah.
Character is love, and it sounds so kind of unromantic.
No, but it's true.
It's character, because a love that lasts is a love that will remain faithful. That's a person that will love you when they're alone. They will love you when you're not there. Yeah. They will love you when they're angry with you. They will love you when you let them down. They will love you when you're sick. That's character. That's what that is. It's a faithfulness. It's someone who is more than just attraction. Yeah. But if they don't have character,
they won't love you.
They won't love you. You can
little button disgusting. It's like, oh, you disgust me.
Exactly. So you can have infatuation.
That's a deep one.
You can have infatuation without character. Yeah. So that means, but you cannot have love without character. Yeah. Because love is patient, love is kind, love is long suffering. So these things are character qualities. Yeah. So if you want someone who a love that, what does it look like? It looks like character.
It's character. The way
you think about Pastor Warner.
Look at that. Yeah, him and his wife is just
they've been married longer than we've been alive. They've been in ministry longer than we've been alive.
And he's been in a wheelchair the whole marriage, pretty much.
So he's been in a wheelchair, and, they're still together. Yeah. Not just together, functioning in a healthy marriage. I've been to their house. I've seen how they interact with each other. Obviously, I don't know them in depth, but I have seen, a glimpse of their interaction and their marriage. And you see that in his ministry. Such a lovely couple, yeah. And so that is beyond feelings and just attractions.
Yeah, beyond. She's staying with Pastor Warner because of who he is. His love, his character that made it. She could have, she was young, 18. She could have, I'm out of here. I'm going to go and find another guy. She said, no, this is the man God called me to be with. And I'm going to honor that vow, and I'm going to stay with him. And look at them. They're just a thriving, amazing example what they've done in their life. It's just phenomenal.
How do you know if you are ready to choose someone for life, even through hard seasons? This question was a bit...
Yeah.
How do you know?
Well, if they're in the hard season, let them deal with that season before they come to me. I feel it just needs time.
Yeah.
The timing is not right. If they're in the hard season.
I don't understand the hard season part, but
Yeah,
I say, how do you know? I would say all what we've said you should look for. So far, what's this? Question 14. So go back over question 1 to 13.
Yeah.
And we're saying to look for that in others. See it in yourself.
First, yeah.
See it in yourself. I'd say for a man, are you ready? I would say, are you able to take care of yourself? Have you heard what Christ has called you to do? Obviously, we're talking about Christians marrying. And so I've said to guys about calling, career, and in courtship.
Yeah.
I remember I had a Kemi and Janai and James come around our house, probably about just after COVID.
Oh, yeah.
And they were coming around the house. They were talking about these things. And I said, guys, this is what you need. You need to call in. Like, what is God calling you to do? Do you hear his voice? Where is he taking you? Where is he leading you?
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you have to be a pastor, but what's your revelation? Get revelation first before you start bringing in a woman and saying, come with me. And she's like, where are we going? And you're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You don't even know yet.
Yeah.
And then career, get yourself at least going in a trajectory of something that you can take care of yourself.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that you're Warren Buffett. Doesn't mean that you have to be a baller. It doesn't mean you have to have a lovely car. It just means you can take care of yourself. You have to be able to take care of yourself.
At least bare minimum.
You can, you're not living off someone else, especially not your mother.
You're not at home.
Especially, you can be at home, but you can still be living, taking care of yourself. But it's like, if they're taking care of you, you're still not ready yet.
Yeah, it's true.
You need to hear from God. You need to work on your career so that you're able to.
But if they're going through a difficult season, that's what the ending part was.
Let them go through that season, man.
But do you feel they should bring someone along with them and like, I want to date, but I'm going through a difficult season? Like, for me, I'm like, no.
I would want to see you. I think go through that season.
Yeah.
I'm like, come out the other side, go through something. It's good to go through things.
But then I can look and see how you handle that season.
Correct, yeah.
And then I can say, he handled that way. He was going through the season, then he'd come into me like, I want to date you. I thought, oh, I heard that you've gone through such and such. And I saw the way you've handled it. You didn't miss a beat. You came to church.
It's like with
you're still
Jimmy
serving.
And Audrey.
Yeah.
Audrey didn't start dating when he was in prison.
No.
He was a Christian.
Yeah.
He'd come to church. He said in his testimony, he came to church, made some radical decisions, and then hit COVID, got involved in gambling, and then that went really bad, lost thousands of pounds, and then he started to do things that he was doing before, and then he got caught, and then he realized, God forgive me, and got his heart right, goes to prison. But Audrey didn't date him in prison. It's like,
she wasn't going to meet him and give him a packed lunch.
Exactly. No. She's like, no, work on that. 100%. Well, she didn't even know him.
She didn't know, I know.
They weren't even there, but, he went through that, came out, got things in order, became a disciple, showed himself faithful. And then Audrey's like, this guy's, he's gone through this. Yeah, and I think sometimes, you got to let people go through some things. Yeah. Let them go through it. Let them. Good, it will test them. Yeah, you can be a friend, you can be a help, but be very careful that you don't become a Christ.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't want to be the person that you're going through this season and then you're like,
someone's like, oh yeah, I could never made it without you.
You're just weeping on my shoulder every second. I'm like,
sounds so flattering to your ego now.
Yeah, I don't want to do that.
It will. It has the potential to.
Jesus has to help you.
To come really back because you're trying to. That person, you could enter into a one-way type of relationship where you are always giving out.
Yeah.
And that person is always taking in.
Just sucking
like, I can't live without you.
No,
and so you feel constantly. So you never feel that you can actually withdraw from them.
Yeah.
So it's not a give and take. No. It's not reciprocal.
No.
It's not a marriage relationship.
No.
It's actually a counseling session.
Yeah.
It's a mentoring session.
Yeah.
It's a burden.
Like Linus couch, and I just be uploading everything to me, and I'm like, I leave that time with you, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm so drained.
Yeah, you just feel drained all the time.
Yeah, I don't want to.
So it's like, no. We need someone that we need a bit of give and take. It feels good for the ego in the beginning. But after a while, when people say, I couldn't live without you, you're the only one.
Absolutely.
I couldn't live without you. You're the best. If it wasn't for you, it sounds very good. And And this is why wounded people and insecure people are attracted to each other. No. Wounded people and insecure people are attracted to each other.
Very true.
Because I'm an insecure person, no one rates me, but then I find this wounded person that says, you're the man. So I'm like, I need more of this. You're boosting my ego. No one's ever said things about me. And now this person is like, you know what? I'm going through it. I can't take responsibility. But you constantly are there, always. And so but eventually it will crack. Eventually it will break.
It will.
Because human beings cannot sustain that for a lifetime.
No.
And then it's like, the marriage is no. It started wrong.
And we need to correct that.
Okay, so we got 9 minutes left. So last question. Well, we're running on good time, man.
We are.
If you were in my shoes, I don't know who you are, but I don't know what shoes you're wearing. What would convince you that this person is truly the right one to marry?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's forget the shoes. Yeah. Let's just ask that question. What would convince you that this person is truly right to marry?
What convinced you? Let me flip it on you. What convinced you to marry me? That you felt I was the right person for you? Consider you.
I was desperate, man. No.
Oh, no. That's so funny. I love that.
So,
no, seriously.
Okay, so seriously, let me answer the question. I think because I get more out of it than just saying.
Because it's good to hear our point of view, but answer the question. Then I want to hear what you felt.
The reason why I say that is because I think sometimes you formulate things in different order, but I can formulate, meaning in life you do this, you do this, but really you should have done that, then that. But it works. But I would say, one, is it working? Is dating working? Dating was working for us. We got on with each other. You date people and it's not working, and somehow you think a ring will fix that.
Yeah,
You're arguing all the time. You're frustrated all the time. Is it working? That's a sign that this person is right for you. Is it working?
Right.
2, can we do life together? Can we function as effective, productive people? Humans. Can we do life together? You know, are we seeing something about our careers, about our calling, about our mentality, our relationship? Something is just working together. Because if it's not, a ring won't fix that.
100%.
Then there is, do we just agree spiritually? Are we aligned with the things of Christ? And we've kind of spoke about those things so many times, but I think that's what I would be saying. I think
the things you should look at before.
I think too many people think a ring's going to fix something. I think Stacey Dillard said something about like people having marriage problems and they think a child will fix it. Let's have a child.
No.
And it doesn't fix it. It exacerbates. And the same is with a ring. Marriage will not fix anything.
It's never helped. Even before, people in the world, the sick of the world is that women will be like, oh, I'm going to trap this guy having a child with him. He's going to stay with me. He doesn't. So that whatever problem you have out internally is not going to help you. So when you get into marriage now as a Christian, I was just talking out for someone that's not Christian, but for us being a Christian, I think certainly you have to look at these things like, how do we get along? How do we align? How do we constantly argue? Do we constantly disagree? Why do I want to now get into marriage with this person? And we
work on some stuff. See if you can fix it. It's like even in the last podcast, Jimmy and Audrey said they broke up for 6 months, 5 or 6 months, I don't know. But they've got back together. But they said they've come back together stronger. They had to work on some things alone.
Themselves,
They had to work on some things. And not just that, they survive the breakup. Because sometimes people break up and then they're going to leave church. They spin out of control. They leave Christ. So against those things, so, work on some stuff, make it work. And that's what I'd be looking at. Done deal.
Done. Amazing.
Thank you, Francis.
Thank you for inviting me. Finally,
let her out of the
My day.
cave.
I was in really, truly, last week I was in the cage.
You put yourself in the cage.
Cage of sickness.
So we're going to do another one. Or we might have to do another two. The couple that we're going to come with.
Hopefully we do it with them, yeah.
We do another one with them. And then there's another couple that we're going to do it with. And so,
it's been good. It's been great. Thank you for inviting me.
Big up. Peace.
Bye, everyone.
The word is my weapon. I keep it loaded and ready. Cut through the lies when the battle feels heavy. Truth on my tongue. I don't fight with aggression. Scripture in my clip, precision and blessing. Christ paid my bill, now I'm walking free. Grace broke the chains that were choking me. Sword of the spirit, I stay in the lesson. Every verse I speak, that's holy aggression. For years I was trapped in that spell of hell, addicted to the sin that had stories to tell. But Christ paid my bill, set me free from the cell. Now I'm swinging that sword, watch the darkness fell. Word in my mouth, I'm spinning scripture wherever I step. Ephesians 6, I suit up, that's how I prep. The Bible says the word is a sword, offensive weapon. I quote truth loud, devil start stepping. He spits fear down, tries to twist perception, but